What's up, people? This is Who That Edition with your favorite host, Trill Quack. And today we got the mixture, man, boxing and college. So let's get right into it. So this week, man, we had Jerron Boots in his first fight on the zone. He fought against David Antonesia. But before that, we had a great co-main event with DC native, man, Jaleel Hackett, Washington, D.C., 9-0 now with 7 KOs. He went against Pistol Pete Dobson. And Jaleel put on a great performance, man. Jaleel, activity, he threw 700 punches, which is a lot of punches for a guy that only fought 9 fights. And his experience in the late rounds was key. Um, that was the key for him kind of not losing the fight, but giving Pete Davidson a chance to get back in the fight. But Jaleel jab was effective. His defense is a little sus. He gets hit a lot with a lot of shots that he should not be getting hit with, and his head movement isn't the best. So I believe keeping his hands up instead of trying to be pretty with the head movement more. You know what I'm saying? You see the slick fighters do that, and the shoulder roll is not there for him all the way, but you see glimpse. You see glimpse of greatness in Jaleel. This was a big step up. Pete Davidson was a guy that fought Conor Ben his last fight, and we know Conor Ben, yes, with the drug test, positive test and all that, but Pete is a great fighter. I mean, not Pete. Conor Ben is a great fighter, and with Jaleel only 9 fights in, fighting against him and really dominating the first about 7 rounds, I say it was 7-0. Jaleel won, and he hurt him badly in like round 5, and could have got him out of there, but wasn't really able to. That's one thing he got to work on. But it was a great experience fight for Jaleel for sure. Jaleel learned a lot about himself and about just the game of boxing in this fight. It was his first fight really fighting in front of all those people. It was a sold out crowd, 14,000. Boots put butts in the seats. Of course, Jaleel had some guys from the city to go out there because Philly not too far from DC. But it was a great experience, man. Jaleel definitely showed me a lot. I wasn't that much of a fan of Jaleel coming into the fight because he's fighting, like even Pete said, he's fighting a bunch of scrubs. But Jaleel stepped up, man. He stepped up and he showed he has the heart and the skill to be a great boxer. He definitely has the heart and the skill to be a great boxer. And he showed glimpse a lot, man. He showed a lot of glimpse with his combination. His conditioning was great, but you know what I'm saying, you really don't know your conditioning until you get into those later rounds. Before this fight, he only has fought past the fourth. He never went past the fourth round, so he done it. He went all the way 10 rounds against a guy that had 17 fights and was 34 years old. Wow, Jaleel was only 21 years old and with 9 fights, but great experience for Jaleel, man. Great experience. He stepped up to the plate. Eddie Hearn put him in the bright light, put him against a great competition, and said, "Let me see what you got." And Jaleel showed him, man, that he can handle some guys. He can get some title shots in a couple fights later, and he may be, you know what I'm saying, a name to be known at the 147-pound division. Next, our main event, Jerron Boots Ennis versus David Antonesia. David Antonesia was overly matched in this fight. Boots had the speed, the power, athleticism, the IQ, the corner advantage. Every single boxing advantage there could have been, Boots had it. Boots put on a spectacular performance. It was a great fight. Boots had a little ring rust. He had one fight before this, and that was a year ago. His last fight was a year ago, exactly 1 year ago, for real. Against Roman Villa. Miss Roman Villa at 147 pounds again. But it was a long ring rust, man. Boots even said it. The ring rust was there. His timing was off, and you could see it a lot with his defense. His ability to, step back and avoid with the head movement was a little slow, and he got caught with a couple shots. And that was the big thing you're going to see on social media. Boots got caught, man. Boots got caught with this shot. Boots was getting caught, man. He should fight against better competition. He might be. The punches landed was one 52 to 53. He landed almost 100 more punches than him, 99 more punches than him. He obviously was not allowing, but he didn't mind getting tagged because he knew I can hit him whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? If you're going against somebody that you know you can land whenever you want, you'll let them land maybe one or two so you can get your power shots off, get your best shots off. And that's really the shot that won the fight. Indonesia hit Boots over the top with the right. Boots took it and landed his left, and that David couldn't take Boots' power. So that was the difference in the fight. Even Boots said it round one. He can tell he was too much for David with the speed, with the power, the combinations, the IQ. Everything was just too much for David. Then people has to realize that David was a replacement. He's supposed to fight Crawley. I think Crawley would have been a better fight, would have been more entertaining, would have been, you know what I'm saying, a more competitive fight for sure. But you know what I'm saying, Boots had to find somebody else. And David is still a nice vet. He was ranked 8th in the 147-pound division. So you know what I'm saying, he's still top 10 pound. He's still a good name, a good name on Boots' resume as he climbs up to be the pay-per-view star. But this fight was just Boots showing. It was just a Boots' chance and time to show that he's one of them guys, not just at 47, but in the entire boxing game. This was one of his time to show that he can put butts in the seats for his hometown. He sold it out. Step one to becoming a pay-per-view star or any type of star in the world or any profession is having the crowd or having your hometown behind you. Man, when your hometown is behind you and pushing you, then that's when you become, you know what I'm saying, your pay-per-view star, your biggest star, and you can start putting butts in the seats in Las Vegas, the ultimate boxing spot in the game. But yeah, I was impressed, man, from Boots, man. Of course, the defense was a little sus. Most can say, and you can say, but I don't believe it was a big problem. I think he was lackadaisical in there a lot because he knew, you know what I'm saying, he was going to get him out of there. He just didn't know when. And the corner was saying something about David's jaw being broke, so I think that's what it was. Boots broke his jaw, and David quit on the stool. That's the ultimate knockout or way to win in boxing. You know what I'm saying, making your guy quit on the stool is better than knockout. Sometimes most corners would say, even fighters would say, when you're able to make your guy quit on the stool, then you can say, yeah, I punished hard. Like I broke him down and broke his will. He didn't want to come back out here and fight no more. That's a real beatdown right there. But the big thing is what? What's next? What's next for Boots, man? What's next for Boots? Everybody's saying Bud, and Boots are not fighting. I don't see that fight happening. Bud is chasing the money. Why not? I'm not mad at Bud for that. Boots is not the star level yet for that fight, and it may take him maybe 2 years to get there. Is Bud still gonna be fighting in 2 years? But what's a really, really interesting big fight for Boots? Boots versus Errol Spence. That is the fight to be made. Why not? Boots is on his way to become a pay-per-view star, and Earl needs a big win to get back into the game and to show that he's still that top guy. Those two are the fight and the attraction that we need. We need to see if Boots really that guy, and we need to see does Earl still have it, and why not put them together? Yes, Earl is at 54. Boots can go up there. Eddie Hearn already said it. If there's not a big fight for Boots at 47, he can go up at 54. Why not make that fight? Why not? What's the really thing that's stopping that fight? Nothing. Earl said he not done. He want to show that he still got it. Boots won all the top big names. Let's make it happen. That's the fight I want to see, and that's the fight that we all need to see so we can see who's really that guy between Earl and Boots. And then the winner of that maybe can get a Bud fight. Or they can just be the best guy at, you know what I'm saying, at 54. Bud may be done by that time, or he may be at 60. But that's the fight I want. Let me know in the comments who, if that fight is to happen, who you got, or what's another better fight for Boots to take next. What's next for Boots? Let me know in the comments what you guys think should be next. Next. College football, man, is here, baby. Let me know it's here. Add me on that PlayStation. Add me. Add me on there. I'm smacking everybody with my Buffaloes. Uh, Colorado, holla at me. But EA, man, you made some mistakes, man. EA made some mistakes, and I'm gonna give them to y'all. And some of them gonna hurt me because they from my favorite players, and currently from my favorite team. One mistake is Travis Hunter being the highest rated wide receiver on the game at a 95 overall. Travis Hunter is not the best wide receiver in college football right now. He is a great wide receiver. He is arguably top 5, top 6 wide receiver, but he's not number 1. I would take Luther Burden over him, McLean over him, um, Mbuka, Emeka Mbuka over him, Lacey from Louisville over him, Rabasado from Miami over him. Then I love Travis at 6. So he should not be the highest rated receiver on EA. That was one thing you guys bombed, EA, having Travis as number 1 wide receiver. 2, the top 10 list, no quarterback in the top 10. I don't like it. There's not one quarterback you saying in college football that should be a top 10 overall out of all the players. You know, think Dalen Gabriel, Jalen Milroe, Shador, Carson Beck. None of them are top 10. I like them in the top 10, EA. I like them in the top 10, EA. One of them should be at least. I would say Miro. As far as a video game with his running ability and power, he should have been top 10, EA. Jalen Miro should have been top 10. Carson Beck, most complete, most ready, pro style quarterback. Shador, the height, the accuracy. Dylan Gabriel, the experience, the power, the speed, the velocity in the ball, the movement in the pocket, just the hype with him around those great wide receivers in Oregon. That's number 2, EA. And number 3, Donovan Edwards, the cover athlete. I talked about this a few episodes ago, and it really hit right here. Donovan Edwards, running back for Michigan, is on the cover, right? Alongside Travis Hunter and Quinn Ewers. Donovan Edwards is not even a top 10. He's not in the top 10 in the EA rankings. He's not running back 1. And he's barely ranked in the top 50. He's actually ranked 49th player overall in the whole entire game. And he's running back 7. There's 6 other running backs with better overalls than the cover athlete. And there are 48 players ranked higher than the cover athlete. What are we doing, EA? Donovan Edwards should not have been on that cover. Why? Because they won the national championship. He wasn't even the running back 1. And when they won the championship. Why is Donovan Edwards on the cover of the most hype game in years to come out? I'm so mad because why? Why? You proved it to yourself. You could at least made him running back 2, jazzed him up behind Oli Gordon. You knew you couldn't put him even a top 5 running back. He's 7, and he's the 49th ranked player. He's not top 10 overall, and he's the cover. When you buy the game, or when you pull up if you got the digital jump, and you buy you play, you're going to see this man on it. And you're never probably going to use that man on a game or see people really use him. But himself, Donovan Edwards. He's the only one who's going to be using Donovan Edwards. But those my 3, man. That EA, I think, missed the ball on the game. But overall, I've been seeing some clips of the game, and I think the speed of the game is a lot faster than Madden, and I think that's going to be a big adjustment for a lot of players. The play calling and the amount of plays you can choose from the playbooks. I think it's 134 playbooks. That's a lot. So you'll see a lot of different plays and a lot of different styles that players use. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the game. People that pre-ordered it can play tomorrow regular, can play Friday, but for sure by next week everybody will be on that jump and we'll be lit for sure. Let me know in the comments who you'll be using. Who would you be using for your maybe your dynasties? What position or team you may pick for your road to glory? Let me know, man. What's gonna be the first things you guys do, man, on the EA College Football 25, man? Crazy we getting the game. It's crazy.